Hello? Is this mic on?
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
God is so faithful and patient. Yes, you gotta see every single thing you need.
Welcome back to another YouTube video. I don't have a name for y'all yet, and I'm realizing I need a name for y'all. But yeah, today we're gonna be recording a video just giving college advice to help with packing, like needs, possible wants, essentials, things to look out for with preparing to move to college, to see, like, making sure you're looking to see if your college have a couple cool things to help you move and be prepared when you get to help you move.
When you get there.
To make moving easier. Yeah. Shout out to my upcoming baby freshman for this video. This is really like to help her because originally I had asked her like, oh, do you want to know a couple things that you probably might need moving into college? I was like, might as well turn it into a video. We are both currently in freshmen, both going to Pitt. So it's like after our first.
We're going to sophomores.
Did I say for a freshman?
Yeah.
We're both going to Pitt. This will be a second year, and we're going to be sophomores. After the first year, we both learned a lot when it came to packing and moving, like a lot. We're already repeating a couple of mistakes, but not too much.
Third time's the charm, though.
I feel like even as sophomores too, like we're learning from this in a sense. Because if anything, the first advice we could probably both say is start packing early. Start packing early and start buying early.
I think for sure it's more like evaluate what you have, because you have to really realize how much things do you really want to bring before you can even start packing. Like I don't think I really needed to pack a month in advance, so I packed like 2 weeks in advance.
I started packing a month early before I left for school. That's because I wanted to reorganize my closet. I wanted to donate a lot of clothes, shoes, and purses that I had, like, since a little kid, stuff that people gave my mom and she had in my closet, stuff that people gave me and I was never going to use.
That was no shade. No shade. If you want to like organize your room and like do certain things like that, that makes a difference. So then I would say for sure, like pack a month in advance so you can get those things done about like organization, and then go ahead into like packing your clothes in like boxes or wherever you're going to pack them.
What did we find useful to pack with? We had boxes, we had duffel bags, and we also packed with bags that we were going to keep and use while there. It's just to minimize like things that would end up staying there while we were there, and we didn't want our parents bringing back a lot of things. I would say that definitely worked a lot. Like when I'm talking about stuff and stuff. Here's a picture of me sitting on top of a box. And just trying to tape it off. Like I reinforced them boxes, okay? I was getting everything in there, and I did, and I really, really did. So a packer like me, less is more. Less is a lot more. And when I say less is a lot more, because your dorm is small.
Another part of like the prep part is like knowing where you're going to be. If you know the area, like if like grocery stores, they don't necessarily like give plastic bags like Pittsburgh, then for sure bring duffels, or not even duffels, like just tote bags or just plastic bags like normal. Then that would be definitely a lot useful for like the entire year.
To grocery shop with. We ended up having to buy like one of those granny carts to bring back and forth our groceries.
2 granny carts.
Well, one first, because our school gives us public transportation tied into our tuition, and we used to take a bus an hour away to go to Walmart, but everything would happen in Walmart. We switched to Costco, And either way, like they didn't have plastic bags, and we couldn't like just be carrying things. I think we had to pay for plastic bags, and then eventually we ended up having to get another one while at Costco. But it's not really like a granny cart for that's more like a soccer mom cart. It was just because we needed more water, like we during finals and coming out to the like spring semester, midterm season and final season is like basically back to back, and we didn't have time to go and get water and to get 2 cases of water in like one shot, and I wasn't holding the water on the bus. He was already like carrying the water on the granny cart, so we had to get another one. With that being said, to going back to the boxes, why did we have cardboard boxes when we could have like suitcases or something else? We had cardboard boxes because our school have a moving system that helps us move into our dorms. So with that being said, check if your school have a moving system that you can utilize. The University of Pittsburgh, they let you ship 5 free boxes as long as like you have a deadline, but they let you ship 5 free boxes and they deliver directly into your dorm. They're medium-sized boxes. You can fit a lot in a medium-sized box. I probably fit like what 3 full drawers of clothes, like college drawers of clothes in a medium-sized box. Like I fit a lot of shoes in those boxes. They let you ship a lot as long as it's not like batteries and stuff like that. You
It's like hazardous stuff. Like,
yeah, what you do before you set up your door. But I'm talking about when you get there. Okay? Do not have your family hike up to your dorm with you to pick up your key or your ID to get in your dorm.
yeah.
Make sure, and before you even move stuff out of the car, make sure you can even get in the dorm.
Mm.
Because he had to go get his key when he get there because he didn't finish printing them out. I didn't. I got mine in the mail. I had to go up there and I had my family bring everything up, right? Not only did I have to look for the room with my family, I was also fortunate enough to have an elevator that goes to my floor. He didn't. I didn't know how to open the door. I went upstairs, I asked them how to open it, and when they did it once, it worked. So it wasn't even a problem with the ID, it was a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything have to be easily movable. Like our school, like like college, they have the little moving cars that you guys could use when you get there, but they're not that big. You think they're big from the picture? They're not that big. At least our schools, like the big moving bins, are not that big. Okay, child. And you still have to lift the things into it and lift it out. And when we lived in towers, the elevators did not go to every floor. I was fortunate to have an elevator. All elevators went to my floor. Only one elevator went to his floor. So some people actually was utilizing the staircases because it took less time to use the staircase, and compared to like when you're moving in and a bunch of other people moving in, those elevators are going to be packed. We actually finished unpacking when both of our parents left. And I'm not as strong as he is. So I was lifting things and moving things. I had to make sure like things were at least possible for me to lift by myself. If y'all do not clean your dorm when you move in, you would not understand how much germs you're going to be living with. The schools utilize public cleaning supplies. Okay, so it's like supplies that cleans every single room, including yours. You don't know how clean the person was before you that lived there. Like I said, when we move in, before we bring anything in, we're literally gonna take the boxes out that they're gonna leave in the room. We're gonna take them out and clean everything from top to bottom. Like there's also a lot of dust in the vents. And I didn't even know that until you told me that he cleaned his vent. And then I looked at my vent and it was dusty. And mind you, if you're in a small like shoebox room, oh yeah, it's dirty. Clean it. Clean inside the drawers, clean the surfaces, vacuum. I couldn't use like the vacuum sprinkle because it broke my vacuum every single time, but clean it and utilize cleaning supplies. Like it's actual valuable thing. Like you don't want to be living in filth because that's just nasty. I don't know how to say that.
And honestly, don't even be surprised, but they don't entirely do like a deep dive clean. Like they probably like vacuum, spray the surfaces and call it a day. And even when they do it, it doesn't necessarily say how long it's going to be since like from when they clean it and when you actually get there. So it's gonna get dirty anyway and dusty as well.
And you should buy this in bulk because you will not be wanting to finish on a Tuesday night and you know you want to clean Friday and you're not going to go run groceries until Saturday. Yes, it happens. You adult in college. And if you're not adulting in college, what are you doing? We got bleach spray, scented cleaners. Do you know just a little like like a Febreze? Yeah. Wipes, Clorox wipes, to wipe things down. So sometimes you don't always need to be spraying the bleach. You got a little wipe, Don't want to be always using a paper towel. Gloves because you just don't want to be touching the bleach all the time. And you don't want to be touching the dirty surface while you're cleaning either. Paper towels, napkins, stain remover for clothes, whatever, and real, and then go buy things. And I'm not talking about stuff that I told you to
For sure.
pack before. I'm not talking about stuff that I told you like to
Buy, ship over.
or buy or ship over. I'm talking about the things that you can hold off getting until you get there. Like, or if you already know you're gonna need some things, like, okay, if you know it will work, but we haven't seen where we live, so we can't even buy like organizers. Like we thinking about buying organizers from Dollar Tree, but we don't even know how much we need. If it would be too big, or we need like a utensil holder for the drawer, but we can't even buy that because we don't know how big the drawer is. Like, you catch what I'm saying? Or like under the cupboard organizers, we can't buy that until we actually see the said room. When that's also the same thing for decor, but like I said, you could buy some before, like this decor. After you get all of those things, that's what I'm saying. Like, really, like the first thing you get to, you shouldn't even be unpacking everything. I'm so serious. After you get all those organizers, like go do that grocery run, then you come back and start unpacking what makes sense.
Pack with order. For sure, like make sure to keep everything organized. When it comes to organizers, like honestly, just like start using them one by area that you start off. Like if you have like clothes organizers, just start off with clothes, and then just go like that.
You could unpack the things that you don't need organizers for, like some of your clothes that you know what you're gonna put in drawers. So like, having like, okay, like this is my drawers for my short sleeves, this is my drawers for my sweats. Those you probably shouldn't need another closet for. Things that we found valuable to pack from home. Clothes. That's self-explanatory. Shower shoes. And if you do not use shower shoes and you're putting your bare feet on those grounds, ew. I'm trying to find a nicer way to say that, but ew, if you don't. And I would say shower shoes because if your parents get a hotel, if you're getting Airbnb, you could utilize those shower shoes in that point in time, especially if your parents leave you that first night. And you went to buy those shower shoes there, you would not like want to be trying to scatter through the bags to try to find the shower shoes. You already know where it is if you packed it from home. I think I even actually, Lord, last year I did not think I would have to get as much things as I did, and we was just shopping for hours because I did not have a lot of things. Like, I got my shower shoes in Dollar Tree. I was very fortunate enough because I went to the Dollar Tree that's a bit far off campus, and that's where we got my shower shoes. Bring towels, and more specifically, what's it called? A towel roll. Shower, whatever. Even my RA said they're very useful because you don't want to have a slip nip.
Slip nip, I'm so dead.
I think that's what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
An accidental. I think I'm gonna bleep that out because I don't know if YouTube would censor that. You don't want to have an accidental slip. I actually used my shower robe majority of the time. It just made it easy, especially when you're carrying the container back and forth. You don't want to be holding a towel. Even if you got the little towel that was like with the elastic in it, I feel like those are short. I got I think it was like a men's. I think pretty sure kind of men's shower robe in a small side. It was very long, very thick. I got it off of Amazon, especially because now let me tell you the story. Why you're gonna need the shower robe? Do you know how many times you could lock yourself out of your room?
Oh gosh.
Do you know it's a high possibility to lock yourself out of your room when you go shower? And for us to go to Panther Central, you have to, when we were in Towers, you have to walk through the public area. You don't want to be walking through the public area holding your robe or with that short elastic towel. Okay, you're going to want something that's like real tight.
I
Did.
I did.
And you had to go downstairs in your robe?
Yeah.
He had to go downstairs in his robe with his shower shoes squeaking. And it's funny because, like, they know you just showered. They know that you're probably not wearing anything under that robe.
Yeah, the security guard was like, damn.
Like,
Crazy part was it was like literally like it was like 11 at night.
yeah.
I was just like, damn.
And it was just bad. It was just bad. I think he lets you call too. Like, it was good if you, because in fun fact, if you live in towers and you lock yourself out, like fully out of towers, you could just call with your security guard right there, and they would give you the code instead of actually having to walk to Panther Central and get that code, which is a good thing. But the amount of times that I've had to, well, not many times, but you know, but you can also call Panther Central on your phone. But he also locked his phone in the room.
So that's like also good advice. Keep your phone on you even when you go to shower.
Yeah. Yeah. Thing that we found useful to pack from home. Shoes. That is self-explanatory. For clothes and shoes, pack wisely. Yes, you have your times when you want to dress nice, you know, pop out a little bit, but you are a college student, and there are going to be days when you're dressing a bit more bummy. And when I say bummy, I mean sweatpants and shirts. I'm not saying like you're not gonna look nice because everyone have their cute style. Like I have my cute style. I'm just saying like not. There's like when I'm like right now what I'm wearing, I would consider it type of bummy. But I hope that does not come across the wrong way. Like I grew up in Brooklyn, so my lingo is a little. Buy a shower caddy before. We are fortunate enough to not have a communal bathroom anymore, so we don't need a shower caddy. But your shower caddy is probably going to be cheaper and bigger on Amazon. You're not going to want to go to Target or Walmart in your college town or even up in your hometown. And looking for a shower caddy is going to be small, so I'm going to fit everything. Like I know the shower caddy I got, you could fold it up, and we are gonna bring back our shower caddies because it might just be useful for whatever. Both got ours. They're pretty big and they're pretty nice. He got like the bag that has like a little hook. He found his useful. I didn't want the bag because I feel like it would hold more germs. Honestly, everything would hold germs for me. I found it all nasty.
It wasn't as bad as you think.
No, it definitely wasn't. I actually used it a couple times to wash my hair because I needed more space. But you're gonna need a shower caddy before. Honestly, you might even need two, especially when it's time to wash your hair. You might need two. But buy it before and buy a decently sized one.
At least like just pack to be comfortable, because comfort is honestly the most important thing when it comes to having to go to class and then going to study for sure.
We go to PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. So people like to say you could get away with not looking your best when you go to a predominantly white institution. That is true, in my opinion. But I don't know how it is in the historically black college or university, which is an HBCU. Although I've seen TikToks where people say that they do wear more comfortable clothing. You know, it's not like they're dressed to the nines every single day, which is that's not valuable, which is not valuable, which is
Sentimental?
no. Which makes sense because you're going to class. Like if you have a 45-minute or 2-hour class, you're not going to be wanting to go in class in a short skirt. Like thank you. And bags and purses, school bag, we ship those in a box. Unless you have other like duffel bags that you can use to carry things like we mentioned before. Purses, like if you're into purses, pack those from home. Obviously, self-explanatory. Your hair care. Extra braiding hair, wigs, or whatever. I promise packing more. And stacking up on these things, especially shampoo, conditioner, oils, and moisturizer. It is a blessing for your pocket to leave from home with those things and for your hair. It is a blessing. The amount of times I have to rebuy things also because I switched brands in the middle of the school year to Pattern. I wish I could have bought those things in big bottles at the beginning before we left on my mother's dime, but no, I'm buying it on my dime. And Pattern is not too expensive, but it's not the cheapest. And I was fortunate to also leave us some hair care. I did have oils that lasted me the whole entire school year, as well as a gel for braiding hair. Next thing that you should bring from home: feminine or male necessities. Bring pads. Bring a lot of pads. Buy them in bulk. I'm grateful enough that I'm on birth control, so I don't need it as much, but I still needed it. Didn't have to buy it as much, but I know if I wasn't, I would need it a lot more. Especially like if you will grow around you and they're still on their cycle, pull out one. Body washes and lotions, we don't want you smelling funky. Especially like I'm sorry, even when it gets cold, I can still smell your funk. And I like he knows how annoying it was. Like at your big like seriously, no, at your big age, like we're literally adults. You should not be smelling funky. Especially when it's hot too.
Don't stay all stuck up in your room too.
Yeah, because it's you smell funky. Let me tell you this. 10 a.m. is a lot of people's first class. I have a class at 8 a.m. 10 a.m. is a lot of people's first class. So if you roll out of your bed at 10 a.m. and you come to class smelling funky, I don't care if you didn't shower. Because there was a couple of times that I woke up too late and I had no time to shower. I was not waking up in that class funky. And I promise you, after if I had a break, as soon as I had a break, I was going back to that room and shower. Like, he would be like, oh, I'm going back. He would get the message like, oh, I'm going back to my room to shower. I feel disgusting. No, seriously. With that being said, deodorant is fundamental. And I don't want all that all natural deodorant nonsense either. No. My deodorant, I used to Arm& Hammer deodorant. I love that deodorant. Perfumes and colognes. And just because you spray perfume and cologne over your musk does not mean I don't smell it. I'm sorry, like this is a serious thing. Like I hate people smelling musty. You coming by me with my nose to smell your musk. That's insane. One of the times for a personal reason when I went, they billed me to my insurance. My insurance didn't cover jack squat. However, by the gracious of my student health service, they did not charge me the full bill, which could have been over $100. Like, they could still bill you because you could see doctors that are not covered by your insurance and stuff like that. They can still bill you. You get what I'm saying? So having these necessities is not a joke. Because imagine you cut yourself and it's oozing out. Like, there's no nurse to go to get a Band-Aid or in a cleansing wipe. You're your own nurse. Like a lot of students, like even my RA, like you have a drawer dedicated to just health necessities, and it's important. It's fundamental because you don't think you. A lot of people don't think they need it, like because they don't realize that they need it because they're so used to being home and their parents would have it. You're your own parent in this case. You need it. I'm just trying to figure out my organization in this for a little bit.
What organization?
I told you to look it over and you didn't.
I did. Organization wise, I couldn't really do.
I guess we could go through things that you could pack because I know the first couple of things were definitely things that you need to pack, and those things you should buy in bulk as well. But okay, like you said,
health necessities.
Y'all, there is no. Well, there is like if your school have it, there's like on campus like
student health services,
health service, or like they're connected to a hospital. First of all, let me say that I'm grateful enough to be on my mom's insurance. Yes, schools offer you insurance into the tuition, but I don't know like the benefits from it. And also, if it's for your school, it's probably going to be more useful in that said state or in that said city. Like my mom's insurance, her insurance is based in New York because that's where she works. So some of the services is kind of annoying because I should technically be in New York to get the most out of it. Like, when I went to, oh sorry, but okay, I got sick one too many gosh darn times in school, especially this one horrible time I was sick for like weeks. I had to take a final. Was it a final? I had to take a final while sick. He literally told me either you don't come because we had like one test that we had like 3 exams, if I'm not mistaken. The lowest one was automatically knocked off. So he says either you don't come and that would be your lowest one, so it didn't count, or you come and take it. But I'm not letting you take it another day. So serious. That's what he did. And I was sick as bad, like sick, sick. Like I'm not even over exaggerating. When I tell you I was sick, I was sick. Like I'm sure I had the flu, but by the time I went to get tested, like they couldn't read it as positive anymore because I was already like sick for like a week or so at that point too. Been drinking out medicine. This was after that the Eagles won, and I went outside in booty shorts and t-shirt at night in cold. So around a bunch of people. So it's either like I had a really bad cold or I got a really bad cold and flu. I just feel like I did have the flu. I'm not gonna lie, but college sickness does not play, and it comes from everyone. Did you get sick? You did get sick. You got sick once. It don't play, and it comes from everyone. Flu season is real on campus. It is.
I try to stay inside.
It's like what? It's like right after winter break, flu season.
Yeah.
Everybody is sick. Even your professors get sick. It's not a joke. It's like an actual thing. Okay, like the health services expect flu season. It's literally like a plague. It's an event that happens for like a month, on campus. You're gonna need cold medicine. You're gonna need your NyQuil. You're gonna need your Decor. You're gonna need your sore throat medicine. You're gonna need your Buckley's. You're gonna need your, what is it called? That cough medicine. You're gonna need your Robitussin. You're gonna need your mint, like the vitamin C little things. You're gonna need your halls. You're gonna need your mask. You're gonna need your tissues. Also, because you come in class, you go, you don't got a mask on. I'm gonna be like, it was. And you're gonna need your teas. Okay. I thought I went, oh, you're gonna need your eucalyptus, so you're gonna need your Vicks. You're gonna need your humidifier, you're gonna need your dehumidifier. Also, we got it recently on Amazon during Prime Day. We got an air purifier to get rid of the germs, and we got a dehumidifier. When I first moved in my freshman year, I suddenly got a humidifier. It was still beneficial. My air felt different in my room, but you should not sleep with a humidifier on, which makes sense why I woke up every time I feel kind of off. But
also, it is a different like ambience. Like you're literally in a whole different environment if you're gonna be dorming in your college or university. So it's like also think about whether or not you feel that you're going to be able to sleep, and if there's anything that you think helps you to sleep in any way, shape, or form, bring it because you'll need it.
you need band-aids. Every size. You need rubbing alcohol. I hope these are self-explanatory, right? You need rubbing alcohol.
Definitely are.
Huh?
Definitely are.
You need peroxide, especially peroxide can like work as a stain remover. It's also a cleansing aid for cuts and stuff like that too. You need an infection cleaner like Bacitrin or Neosporin. An infection cleaner where it says like the small wipes. Like I forgot what they're called. Like I never know what they're called, honestly. Your medicines, like I need my steroid prescribed hydrocortisone for my eczema. Do not forget that, especially if you prescribe certain medicine that you need your doctor to like probably sign something over to a pharmacy and get that back. It's important. Also, make sure you have know your pharmacy that you can get your medicine sent to if you need to while you're on campus. Like our school, like we have a pharmacy that I got mine sent to. Worked great. I love their cute little Pitt on brand bottles. You need like Tylenol or Excedrin if you get headaches, or as pain reliever Pepto-Bismol, because that first month of school food had my stomach tore up. I don't know if you go to Pitt, you know about the food. My stomach was tore up, and when I said like I was just bloated, like my stomach was hurting, I couldn't do nothing. And mind you, I wasn't even feeling full. I was just like my gut, like it was just so bad. Stool softener. Nausea medicine. Also, like I feel like the inclination, like the level from being on the mountain, definitely both affected us in one way or another. The air was different because I think it's lower on the mountain.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's lower. We live higher in the mountain in PA.
In a mountain.
Yeah, we technically live in a mountain. Pitt is still on a mountain, but not as high on a mountain, technically.
I thought it just wasn't on a mountain. No. We live in a higher elevation than Pitt.
That's what it's called, elevation, yeah. So it had us both off. Most importantly, your vitamins and cold medicine. Like I said, you would be sick and have to take an exam. It ain't no joke. It's not a joke. And I had sprain wrapping, like just in case. My boyfriend and I, we both got injured before, so it is easy to feel phantom pain or just trigger those muscles that we did injure or nerves. We be trying to go to the gym and do tend to pull muscles often, so sometimes the sprain wrapping comes easily. Also, I'm a fragile person. It's very like I broke 3 bones. He broke his couple of bones.
4 or 5.
You usually have your knee wrap when you're home. You should bring it. You are on campus. What we've been home since May, June, July. We've been home 3 months, right? Not including holidays. And when you include holidays, it's like 4 months that you come home. months. You're basically on campus for 9 to, okay, I was 9 to 10 months. I'm not a STEM major. He's a STEM major. Okay. Y'all may think we're ODing on this list, but this is all seriously, you need all of these things. It's like you are moving into your own place. I'm getting a little bit woozy talking about all of this stuff. This is a lot. This is a lot of things. Yo. he's like, next topic for me to have something to talk about. Toolkit. You're gonna need a toolkit.
It'll be in the most random of times. Something will break, and then you'll literally need a toolkit, and then you can't find like what you need. So,
and we still don't have a toolkit. We're gonna
yeah, I'm getting one though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we're gonna use his toolkit. But it was fine moving in because both of our parents like brought tools.
Yeah.
But then it was a problem when we got our new laundry unit, laundry bin thing, and other things, and the wheels were loose and stuff. We just toughed it out, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a godsend the wheel didn't pop off.
Yeah.
But especially now being in a more like apartment dorm, we're gonna need a toolkit for the most random things like that. Organization. And we're still learning how to be organized in college. But from our experience, this is what we needed. Oh, and also a lot of those things that we mentioned before, you can ship them in a box or something if your school has that. Bedding, like bed sheets, comforters, blankets,
Pillowcases,
extra pillows.
Mhm.
They don't give you a pillow. Mattress topper. It's just as like an extra like comfort cushion on your bed. I shipped that as well, if I'm not mistaken. Mattress protector to protect the mattress. Razor if needed. Bed is high step stool. I got the heavy duty staircase. I appreciate my mom for getting me that when she did get it because I used it all around my room for many things. I am relatively short for a lot of things. I was in that dorm and I tend to utilize as much space in the room as much as I can. Especially because I decorated my door and we were utilizing that while I decorated my door. The curtain rod. Or at least definitely when you get there to get the curtain rod. Definitely try to get a rod for your closet and the curtain. And this is for if you have a open closet with no door. In towers, it's like you have a closet, but it's like right when you enter the room, but it doesn't have a door. So whenever you open your room, people can literally see everything in your closet, and you would need a curtain rod for that and a curtain. Okay, because then
you should have organizers either way.
no, because
You need organizers.
well, yeah, you need organizers, especially because the stuff there is just not gonna hold everything.
Yep.
Unless you're like you carry like little student. Even I knew an international student that she even bought organizers for her room still because it's not that much, like the drawers are not that deep. At least for us it wasn't. Buy organizers for your shoe, like a shoe rack or something. You do not want the shoes laying all around. Make sure you have enough. And with that being said, you do not need like 1,000 shoes if you're not going to use it. If need, you're going to need to buy an extra organizer for your clothes. I got like another standing closet thanks to my mom's friend's son, girlfriend. She mentioned it to my mom, so they send it organizers, and I got it. It's amazing. Buy organizers for your hair supplies. Buy organizers for your food and snacks. And like I mentioned before, the door hanger, which is also technical organizer, or whatever organizer you find that you need. I literally have a whole container for my socks. Like I'm a major sock lover. I love fuzzy socks. But you need to know the space you're working with, how big is the closet, how deep are the drawers, how much space you have under your bed, and how big is your room before you buy organizers. Okay? And whether or not the organizer will actually look good, because I promise you would not want a big, bulky, like, container, like, just in your room. And I had a big, bulky container. You know how many times I move around my room to hide that big, bulky container and still had access to it?
Yep.
I bought a lot of things I did find useful. My boyfriend bought less, but wish he had more at times, especially when it came to, like, the organizers. Mostly when it came to the organizers.
Yeah. I survived.
He did survive. I know he's gonna get more because now we actually like live together. I need aesthetically pleasing organizers. We still need more organizers for our door next year, so that literally tells you in mind, like how crucial having organizers is. Also because you don't want a lot of things just touching bare surfaces. Like for a bathroom. we're gonna get organizers in like the space that we have because we don't want like bare towels touching the surface. Like, also, you're gonna need a door hanger. Like, if you have a, for us, we utilize a back door hanger to hang our towels on.
It was useful.
It was useful, especially like if you came from rain outside, you're not gonna put that jacket with dry clothes. You know what I'm saying? Hang it there, or if you have people coming in, they had a jacket, you hang it there. You could also hang. I would like have it up with the door organizer, and I'll put my robe or towel on a hanger and hang that on the door organizer. Because if anything, once they dry and you do need the door organizer, you could just put it in your closet. You know, not like dark. It depends on you would know what to do in your closet. Useful if you have heavy duty duffel bags and keep things in it, as well as it was also if it is that aesthetically pleasing. It's a drawer. It's 3 tiers and it's plastic. I took the wheels off of it because mine broke. A desk holder thing. Oh, I had like this cute little thing on my desk that could hold things in it, and it kept like you know, when I come back, if I want to put my key card there, I put my key card there. I put napkins in there. And it just helped keep my desk a little bit more organized because I did have more things. I even got like a whole separate mirror, like a vanity mirror. So like whenever I do makeup or just have lights or like to turn off my lighting, I would have that on. I also had a night light in my room. If you're scared of the dark, I had a night light. Although like that, I didn't know, but Pitt does have a light that does not remove. Fortunately, the desk is not too entirely big. I wish it was bigger, more like surface area. But if you know what you want for your room decor, and I promise you to go on Pinterest and figure out what you want before you move for your room decor, start buying it, but keep be mindful of your space. I bought flowers from Dollar Tree to pin up on my pictures, which was very pretty, in the desk tray, like I mentioned prior. But I had to hold off on buying things because I had to see the space I was working with. Oh, and I also got posters from Five Below, which were really nice. I didn't really get much more because the space was pretty small, and that was enough. I did not need any more decor. I would have just had too much in my room. This year we were able to get so much more. They got command strips to hang up pictures and stuff like that. But we still need to figure out, like, we kind of know that we can't really figure out what decor to get. We also don't want to get too much for it to be a lot to unpack by the end of the year. But we need to hold up a little bit on the decor to see after we get all like the organizers and get everything set up to see what we're working with.
And
I know.
to see the dorm.
And to see the dorm, because we don't like there's different layouts that you can have. And we don't know what layout we have. Especially like in towers, like the window could literally be on the opposite side, which changes like the layout of your room, if that makes sense. Like your closet could be on the opposite side. So on to the next topic now. You set things up with your family, but the room is not for them, it is for you. And if you have roommates or students, your common area is for y'all, but your space specifically is for you. If you have a family that is patient and would listen, great, because they will help you do what you need to move and do it the way that you say it, and it won't be an argument.
If not, then just wait until they leave, and then you can just fix up your room, organize it, or move the stuff that's already in your room to however you want to. I personally did that.
Because also it is highly probable you would change your room and organization and spacing when your room leaves. He changed his room like 3 times. Then last time he did it, he actually figured out how he wanted his room to be. I did my room multiple times, and I feel like I could have still made it better, but I just had too much in my room. Just need to find what works for you.
Yeah.
And makes you comfortable. It's supposed to be your safe space where you can do whatever, whether that is sleeping, eating, or studying, or extracurricular activities.
When it comes to food, like there are certain buildings where we go at Pitt to that they give access to like a kitchen or just like just like another area for you to use where it has like stove and things like that. But some don't, and all you really have is like just a sink, like a communal sink.
Or you can have like a microwave in your room.
Oh yeah, that too.
Fridge in your room.
Like yeah, like what are those called? Sweets? Yeah, sweets.
But those are big fridge. But we have mini fridges, and you have you have to have the proper wattage and size for both things because you can find or not. This is why it's also important again to know your school policy and figure out if you want to be devious. I am not encouraging bad behavior, but you got to do what you got to do if you want to do that. Also, you need to know the difference between a kitchen and a kitchenette. Kitchenette is not the same thing to a kitchen. Like you explained before, a kitchenette could be communal, depending on where you are. or it could just be in your suite, which is also technically communal. It will have a fridge, microwave, and a sink.
And then like a little counter, and that's it.
If it has that, and that's it. The kitchen would actually have a stove. Like Lathrop actually has a stove. Also, not every university allow hot stoves and air fryers. That's in their policy.
Hot stoves also includes like the coffee makers. Yeah. If they have a hot stove.
Okay. Seasonings. And a whole lot of seasoning if you like flavor. Some people will have like the mini seasonings and they'll put it on like their eating hall food. We were able to like make food like like those easy make food like rice you can eat up in the microwave and whatever. We added seasonings to those things. Get mints and gums. Okay, you don't want a funky breath. That's self-explanatory. Especially like not gonna lie, there's gonna be times where you won't even have time to wake up because you slept in too late to brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You need, or there's gonna be times when you want to squeeze in a little bit of extracurricular activities and you're gonna need a mint and a gun. Get water. Get water in bulk. It's for like me because you don't like to use the water out of the fountain because you think it's really nasty. Even like the other like sink water and even the fountain waters, I honestly don't think pint water is too clean in my opinion.
That's why I decided to get
a Brita.
Really.
A water filter.
Yeah, I got a water bottle filter because I don't necessarily trust the Pitt water, so it cleans my water. There you go.
Yeah. Or if you might prefer a Brita, a lot of people had a Brita. We're actually getting a Brita this year. Especially when it comes to getting food, we're gonna fill it with the fountain water and Brita should clean it. Also, like that's mostly for food. And probably for his water bottle. I won't use that for my water bottle. But also this might be useful. Walking around campus, you get busy, you get thirsty, especially it is a walk like our campus is like there are many hills, you're gonna get thirsty. You won't want to have this. Look, see comparison. You know what I'm saying? This takes like 2 bottles of this. You know what I'm saying? Or you can refill this throughout. Or you can even have juice in it. Like some people actually have an extra, like we both had an extra water bottle that we got during welcome week or even throughout the semester, to fill with juice because we didn't like using the communal cups. If you want to. Oh, I didn't even think about this. But you're going to need utensils for your dorm, especially if you make ramen and stuff like that. And things for the microwave, because you're gonna need microwavable food like ramen. You're gonna need plates, bowls, cups, utensils. We got a bunch of plastics too coming out to later the year because we did not want to always wash the dishes because we had a communal sink. Now it shouldn't be a problem. But even we're still gonna have like our plastics because we won't always want to wash dishes. And plastic forks and plastic straws whenever we were to eat in the dining hall because we did not like the idea of using those communal utensils, especially because they do not always look clean. So that's something to keep in mind of if you're a little bit eat out, the cups are all looking dirty, to have just plastic straws, to get by because you don't want your mouth touching the same thing that everybody touches. Because think about it, it's a lot of people on campus, no matter where you go, even if it's a small campus, it's a lot of dishes they have to wash. It's not like they're going to go, it's not like you are going to each dish and washing them one by one by one by one by one 100%. And washing it thoroughly. So that's just something to be mindful of. You should buy in bulk. And buy in your parents' dime while they're contributing it. Buy in bulk and spend your parents' money while they are lending you the money to spend. And I'm being so serious. I'll tell you, when you run out of things, like them nice smelling body washes that you like to use and you have to buy it back. Geez. After your parents already just sent you money to like buy groceries or something, or like especially like imagine your parents come for like family weekend, right? And they just bought you groceries and you forgot to say, hey, I need more body wash. I'm not gonna want to call them 2 days later and tell them like, hey, I need body wash. No, I'm gonna find that money for that. Like I had a job on campus. He lived a little bit less than me. Like his family likes to call me bougie. Fair enough. I do like the finer things in life. So when it came to buying things, like I would end up having to buy my replenishments more than he would have to buy it. Out of body wash, let's say on a Tuesday night, you're not going to be going that Wednesday morning to buy back your body wash. You're just not. And I'm telling you, you're probably going to run out of it fast. You're going to realize how little less you should probably be using in the shower too. Because of that. You want to add on anything to that?
No, that's it.
But yeah, also the cleaning. Oh, I went to paper towels heavy. I went through paper towels so heavy because I was in a communal bathroom and I didn't like touching things. I didn't like cleaning things. So when I would go in the shower, I would spray my Clorox spray on like the bench where I could put my things down. And I wouldn't want to leave the Clorox for someone else to come in and their stuff to get stained. So I would like wipe it down. So I'd be using a lot of like paper towel, but I would not want to like get my hand wet from wiping it down, even though I know it's technically clean because it's like a whole bunch of other girls was just using it. But before me and whoever else in Towers Pass was using that same bench. And it's a bench, you could sit on it, but I'm not the type of person to sit on it. Besides the point, I'm going on a tangent. But yes, paper towel buy in bulk. Just buy in bulk things that you go through often.
Another thing is like just make sure you know like the your housing details, because if like they say that you have to provide yourself toilet paper, then buy toilet paper in bulk.
You need to figure out your closest grocery store, especially closest cost effective grocery store. For us, that would be Costco. I know in Atlanta, like there's Publix, I think it's Atlanta. Whatever up here where we live, like there's ShopRite. We don't shop at Walmart anymore. We don't shop at Target either anymore, but that's not even cost effective and it does not have a bunch of seasonings anyway. All these, Giant Eagle, 2 different stores. But yeah, just find that. BJ's maybe. That's a little bit expensive though. Oh, if your family makes seasoning, like if you're Caribbean, your family makes like seasonings like from like grind up seasoning, make sure to bring that with you. Do not ship that. That should be brought when you're going. When you buy the food, get the food in the fridge. You don't want to get ice cream and it's like melting in the bag. Like remember that when you're buying things, like things have to go in the fridge. Nearest like Hispanic store, Asian store. If you're Polish, your nearest Polish store, nearest Russian store. They would be good. Also, even find a nearby farmer's market.
Those are also great, especially for like vegetables and stuff, because usually they're a little bit better.
Being said, too, grocery stores in a college town would be more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It would be. Prices will be higher because it's a college town. That's just how it works. They know they can make more money because they know that we have to eat.
Yep.
With a lot of food and drinks, you should be mindful, especially if you're flying too, because you need to think about how often you even eat the food that you bring, especially if you have a meal plan. Like, I know for us, it was a learning curve realizing that we wouldn't eat that much snacks. And if we were to eat snacks, what type of snacks we would eat and what would be worth actually buying. You need to have time management.
Oh.
Because you would not have time to get up and make food unless you're really good. Your time management. Now we're going to be having our own kitchen. We're actually coming off completely off of our meal plan. Well, not completely. We're going to have 500. At least I'm going to have
I'll be using that. Yeah.
500 dining dollars. Which is just like technically like Pitt money. It's not Panther funds. Panther funds is like actual money that you take from your bank account and upon your card. $9 is tied into your tuition, so you could pay with your tuition. It does not work everywhere, but it works pretty much anything that is University of Pittsburgh related, and in some restaurants. But I know we won't always wake up
like Panera bread.
Food. Pack your snacks wisely because stress eating is a real big thing. You don't want your freshman 15, and it's very quick and easy to gain weight at college, especially because you're living near, or if you live on campus, you're living near all your classes. You're not really, you have to force yourself to get up and go work out if you're not already like ingrained to you to go and work out. We both gained weight from being athletes to going on campus and not being athletes. And now we're trying to like not gain as much weight because we have a way that we like to look personally. And there are going to be many, many late nights, many, many late night studyings, and
it's just mess up your schedule.
Yeah. This is why also time management is a very fundamental thing, because you do have class in the morning. You do have homework to get done. If you want to go and have a little party hardy, what do they call partying on Pitt again? It's another word that they use.
Oh, they call it a darty, but that's
a darty, a day party.
Yeah.
You time it. Lord, I tell you, time management is so fundamental.
Indeed.
Sleep, you need it. You need to eat.
Yeah.
You need to do your homework.
Yeah.
You need to go to your classes.
And to be completely honest, like you also do need to like squeeze in a little bit of fun in there.
Yeah, you need a personal life.
Yeah.
I personally feel like you should not buy snacks before you leave. I feel like you should buy snacks when you get there. Mostly because it's like you don't want to travel with those things. I feel like it's too much to travel with. This is also going to be groceries that have to go directly in the fridge. You know, I don't know. Like, we also could probably would change our mind. Like, if we were to get groceries, like, what, a week before we leave, so when we actually get there, we probably won't want that thing anymore. So, we got a bunch of like snacks, like healthier snacks though. Fruit snacks that was like lowering calories. We got granola snacks. And we did have unhealthy snacks like like guacamole and like chips from Dollar Tree and stuff like that. We did have Go-Gurt. We loved the Go-Gurt. We got that from Costco. We had Caribbean drinks like Applejack and Pear Jacks. I also had Shandy at one point because I did not realize that the alcoholic content would be something problematic to have on campus. Because if you're from the Caribbean, you know, like, or like Trinidad, Jamaica, I'm not sure, but Trinidad. Speaking of someone's Trinidad, her family's from Trinidad and Tobago. Shandy is like a juice for us. I tried to explain to him for him to try, but he won't try because of the alcohol content, even though it's very small. Like, you know, it's like from a young age, you get a bottle of Shandy because it's practically juice. But I did finish out and I didn't want to bring it back because I didn't want it to be like a problem with someone else. I was just trying to go peanut policy, not want to get in trouble for something silly like that. I understand why some parents may want to buy food before you leave, but I feel like it's just such a waste because you're going to end up buying food that you probably won't even end up eating for real. Especially if you have a meal plan in your meal plan. We could get access to Chick-fil-A. We had food trucks. We had Panther Funds. We had the dining halls, like I mentioned before, and we also had access to certain restaurants. Like, don't let your family buy you too much food because it is gonna go to waste. I'm telling you, especially like the first couple months, honestly, months, you're gonna want to try things around campus.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be eating everything that's in your fridge. Like, we are gonna be getting food because we're not gonna be having that meal plan anymore. And we both honestly didn't. We tried it. Like, as a freshman, you're gonna want to try it. After that, we tried it. Like, a lot of people would even say on Pitt, like, once they had it once, they're kind of over it. They're ready to cook. They're ready to honestly just eat out more often or whatever. We want to save money. We're not eating out that often. Some people don't mind it and rather eat it. It took a couple months for Pitt Dining Hall to be good, like the eatery. And then once the eatery started getting good, the purge wasn't as good. And then coming out to the end of the year, the eatery wasn't good anymore. So like, we just prefer to have our own food now. So it's because we have a kitchen. You're paying for it, might as well use it. That too. You're paying for it, might as well use it. Your parents or you are paying for, both of y'all are paying for your meal plan. Use your meal plan. Because it's not cheap. It's like literally, like, our meal plan is what?
It's like $2,000, like $2,500.
Over $2,000, and that was the cheaper one. Last year for like the full unlimited one, we also had weekday unlimited. That was like what, probably like 4,000.
It was like 3,000 something
per semester. Semester, so it could really range from 5,000 to 10,000 for a whole year for your meal plan.
Just for food.
Yeah, no, for real. Everyone's paying for it. Use it, utilize it, like seriously. Especially if you know how to utilize it well, you could get Chick-fil-A pretty much every day. Or like SIU bowl every day, or like or twice in one day. You just have to know, and go to the events on campus that are literally going to tell you that they're going to give you like a free meal swap, where you can get food. And you get those things for free. Like, utilize. There's also a lot of events where they're giving out free things, and you're gonna just. We got like a lot of. I don't even know. We just got like a lot.
I think it's like student service fee or something like that.
Yeah, it's literally a fee in your tuition to get those things. Might as well. And your RA too, like, they sometimes have a lot of things that they just give out too, like my RA did. But yeah, back to the food. You don't want to be throwing out spoiled food. We had to throw out spoiled food a couple times. It is a waste of money. You don't want to be put in that position. School supplies. Get your school supplies for your home. Because it would be more expensive in a college-dominated town.
100%.
Like, it was like, notebooks were like $15, $20. Which, I mean, you can find notebooks up here for $15, $20, but like in Rite Aid and CVS. Yeah, CVS,
that's
they were
why.
that expensive. Yeah. But even like when we went to like Staples or even the Walmart down there, things were like, even like when we used to go to Target, things were kind of expensive. And also because majority of everything was sold out. Because think about this, people are moving in before you. People are already there before you. There's also still going to be other schools there, unless you're like, you go to Penn State. There are going to be other like elementaries, middle schools, high schools. They're all buying school supplies. So you coming a week before school starts to get school supplies in your college town. Don't be nonsensical. Like, it's just a stupid decision, I promise you. You need you need a couple things. If you're like me, you have your iPad, you do more things on your technology, have your iPad. If you're like him, you're going to use your notebooks. But you would still need a couple of things. You're going to need your folders, binders, number 2 pencils, erasers, highlighters, post-it notes, and probably index cards. Index cards for when you had to give presentations, folders to try to separate papers because you're going to get papers in college.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
you're gonna have to bring back those papers to class. You think you won't, but you are going to have to bring back said papers to class for those professors, and you're not gonna want to give a professor a crank of that paper, or you don't want to lose it. Binders, because sometimes you may need papers
to organize your classes
and organize.
too.
Yeah, because you honestly wouldn't want to throw away things because there are gonna be things that you're still gonna find useful. Number 2 pencils, because all your exams will be not all your exams, most of your exams, a lot of your exams will be handwritten, especially midterms and finals are handwritten.
Yeah.
Unless you're lucky.
Number 2 pencils.
Unless you're lucky and technically it's not a final or a midterm and you could take it online. And it's a Scantron. So you're going to need number 2 pencils. Erasers, if you write, number 2 pencils, unless you got I also do enjoy those erasable pens. Highlighters, you're probably going to get a book where you're going to have to highlight things like him, or even stories in paper because you're going to get things printed out in paper. Highlighters, post-it notes again, stick notes. Yeah. It also depends on how you study. Those will come in handy. And there are professors that will tell you in the class that they want you to pull out a notebook or loose leaf or pen, or whatever. And you don't want to be that college student sitting there asking someone for something, or a professor and letting them know that you don't have something. You're not in high school anymore. You're not.
Fine.
It is fine, but because you're everybody's a college student, you're gonna be oh, I got you, pass it out. But it's for your professor, it's kind of they're gonna look at you and be like, you seriously don't have a pencil, and you have classes late. For professors, for people around you,
it happens.
It happens, but do not be that person it happens to. Because if you have 10 people in your class that doesn't have a pencil, I'm sorry, classes are only so big in certain schools, Especially if you're in a lecture hall, you're not going to be turning around to someone in a big lecture hall, be like, oh, do you have a pencil?
I used to just pull up my phone. I didn't ask anybody. Pulled up my phone on notes and then just wrote them out.
Oh, you're going to need some from technology. You're going to need a computer or something. I know a lot of schools, they have a computer lab.
100%.
But
form of technology is always helpful. I say that usually you should probably get a Windows, but if you really prefer Mac or an Apple, then go ahead. But there's there's a little bit of hassle to change things from MacBook to Windows if your school decides to get you Microsoft Office and things like that, and they want you to make sure you do things in Microsoft Word and slides and stuff like that. Yeah, presentations. So yeah, there's definitely that little gray area. For people who probably gonna have to take more chemistry and math stuff, honestly, this is just a personal opinion, but I definitely prefer to have a chalkboard or a white erase marker board.
Our library, they have white erase boards if you get there early, or reserve study room, you're able to use those. But with that, you're going to need dry erase markers. You're going to need your own eraser.
Yeah, and so it's I prefer to use that because I can see the bigger picture and all the things that I do. But if you're kind of like that, then
even your dorm and in the lounge in your dorm, they might have a white erase board.
Maybe
Towers did. Book, I like it because you could literally go between iPad. I literally move my mouse over and it's on my iPad, and that's personally why I like MacBook. And also, I remember now the actual thing I want to say. But coming on, so if your school has partner with a certain company for certain assignments like Canvas, certain professors on Canvas. Well, when I say Microsoft Office. On Canvas, certain professors would literally want you to submit things in Microsoft Word. And as a MacBook owner, it's hard to convert a PDF from Microsoft Word to be able to attach it to the assignment. I had to download Microsoft Word onto my computer and do it that way and have a separate folder for Office. So, ending off with a little bit of advice from your friendly upperclassman. When people tell you to read your syllabi before your classes and organize it and set up a timeline, if it's not a joke, and the professor will tell you it's in the syllabus, you should have known. they would. They would say that that information was made public to you, and they'll be like, no extension. I have, knock on wood, again, this year I have kind professors that granted me those extensions because they understand that life happens at times. Read your syllabi, all of them. Read all of your syllabi. And create some type of form of organization for your assignments and list them out when you would have exams. Like, because not all this, also, sometimes your professors would not like put, they don't have to actually either put a notification or like a thing out, a message out for you to know when something is due or when you're supposed to have something the next day. Because it's in your syllabus. Start reading your syllabi and syllabus. Also because it tells you how many classes you can miss. How many unexcused and unexcused classes you can miss, whether or not they accept those things, whether or not if you can have a medical letter, whether or not you could use your phone in class, whether or not you could record the class. And if it doesn't tell you, you can ask them those things. It tells you how they want their homework majority of the time. It tells you what the class is about. Is there anything else that I'm missing? It tells you whether or not you can have food and water in the class. Like, 'cause those are things you can literally get in trouble for. It tells you whether or not you're going to need a graphing calculator. It tells you, like, literally does. It does. And sometimes even the professor will have an assignment for you to prove that you read your syllabi. And those are easy points. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you in class the next day and you'd be like, oh, this was in this, like they have asked a question, it was like, what's in the syllabi? Those are also easy points. It is so crucial to read your syllabi because also you don't want to have to pull back up your syllabi to see, because for one of my classes, they'll break down how to do a certain assignment because they'll be like, let's do a discussion post. They break down how they want the discussion post and in the syllabus. You have to study. You're not in high school anymore. You have to study. That no studying thing, it does not fly in college. It really doesn't. You think that you could get away with just a couple lectures and lessons and the notes from your class. You need to go back and look at those notes. It is quite literally fundamental that you go back and look at your notes and study and open. If they have a textbook, open the textbook, because there's many a times the notes in class would not be on the test, but it would be what's in the textbook, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's like vocabulary words that's in your textbook. Not every professor, listen, for like my economics classes, we would have textbooks and we would have lectures. You have notes from your class. That is not what was in the textbook, if you get what I'm saying. But they would still want you to go back and read the textbook, and they would expect that you read the textbook. So you should know the information for all your exams, midterms, and finals. Also, homework-wise, they could use either or. You know, building that bond with your professor to come back later and get a recommendation letter or something is very valuable. Also, you want to sound like an intellectual discussions in your classes, because a lot of points from your overall grade could really be from participation in your class. You know, and I actually got a lot of free points just from opening my mouth. Even if you did not read, raise your hand. Because they would knock off points if you did not.
Yeah, for participation and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of professors actually do take that seriously, and they have it on the syllabus as part of your grade.
Oh, and your syllabus also, it has a weight for each thing. So you can literally, like, there's a site I use, I don't have it off the top of my head, that one of my coworkers told me, love her. Your professors do not have to post their assignments, their grades for their assignments early. They don't.
It was so annoying. I even had a professor for math that they would do only on paper assignments, and they would not grade anything until the end of the class. So
they will tell you, and we were both told multiple times, that the weight for each thing is in your syllabus, and you could calculate your grade your own. And I had to. And that's actually pretty accurate. I will probably list the site because also each teacher do not grade their classes the same.
not at all. Oh gosh.
Like sometimes you even like do something in class that they'd be like, it's not added to your GPA, but they will want you to do it.
Yeah.
And it will look bad if you didn't. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or it's like something, or its weight is like really small.
Yeah, like every chemistry and math class, although it's not even required, you should probably be doing problems from the textbooks and stuff.
Also, do your homework.
It's not even graded.
Do your homework, do extra credit, because the amount of times like our homework or our extra credit say they're behind with our GPAs.
A little goes a long way.
We go an exam with not having one equation at all given in the exam. But your school policy is important to understand because they can fine you for when you break said policy. I know that during finals week, a noise complaint. Actually, no, not even just during finals week. They raised the fine you could get from a noise complaint. Well, a noise violation. A complaint is different. Technically, not. It's a warning. A warning is different from a violation. A complaint is $50. Like if you got fined, they could fine you $50, and it goes on your record, especially if you want to be an RA, that you are getting like these violations. So just please don't break it. It's like it's very easy to not break your dorm policy. Like it's very like, don't be stupid. If anything, you know you have something you're not supposed to have, put it away well before you get room checks. I know Pitt, like they told you before the room checks would occur. I think that's just because it's within our right for privacy. People were literally, they didn't know they could have a curtain. Like on my mom's Pitt mom group, someone didn't know that they could have a curtain. They had to take it down. They got fined. During dorms in Pitt that do not have an AC, a lot of people had set AC units. And they would just put them away with a room check. And because if the RA does not see it in your room, they cannot say that you have it. Can't get in trouble for it if you don't have it. Sure. RAs can be chill, but not all of them are chill. Explore the campus and meet people. I feel like it took us a while to explore the campus, and we still haven't even explored our Pitt. Yeah, we still haven't explored our Pitt campus to the best that we could have, and meet people. It took us a while also to break out of our shell and actually decide that we want to meet people. We spend a lot of time. We're a couple that likes to spend a lot of time together, and we don't mind it. We do not mind it at all. We can literally sit in each other's space and not talk and feel at ease. So things on campus, because you're literally paying for it. Like that's so fundamental. You have a gym, is there, use it. You have events, is there, use it. Like there was one event that we could have went to for like what, $40 to Washington DC. Like we have is it called Usable? No, it's an app that it shows all the events that we have on campus, and you should check it regularly because there are going to be some cool, like you want to get out of your dorm, you're having a hard time, or like study sessions and tutorings and stuff like that, or mental health awareness. Like utilize the things around campus because you're quite literally paying for it. Like if you sat down and looked at your tuition, you're paying for access to all of those things and for those things to run. Like tutors, that's not on our app, but if your teacher's saying they're having office hours, go to the office hours, because you're gonna have, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a question when you crack open that homework. So I'm saying crack open that homework first, early, figure out your question, go to your office hours, get it explained, especially before your exams and stuff.
For sure.
Mental health things, like especially a lot of these events give out free things, y'all. When it comes to using communal bathroom, if you have a communal bathroom, and if you have a roommate, don't bring too much, don't bring more than you need. Make it a quick trip. Make sure you have your key card. You can play music, just be mindful of the other people on your floor. Like I know my floor didn't mind it too much, like if it was a decent time when it wasn't quiet hours, because also your schools have quiet hours. Know what your quiet hours are. That's why you can get the noise complaint, especially during quiet hours.
100%.
You can't really get a noise complaint not during quiet hours. But you can get a noise complaint during quiet hours, and those hours change during midterm and final season. Oh, I would say also, not all the doors have to have a little hook, like in entire, so you didn't have a little hook for you to put your towel on. I brought a hanger to put my towel on, so did he as well. If you want to change, I didn't change in the shower because I didn't want to bring all those clothes. That's why I had the shower. He didn't always change in the shower either. For a roommate, you need to
Rooming contract.
Yeah, you probably have a roommate contract. Set boundaries as well. That's important. And just know if you're the type of person that should have a roommate, and that should be a deciding factor of what type of school you go to, whether or not you could get a single, especially if you could room with someone that you know. And be mindful. Like, be mindful when it comes to roommate, because sometimes it could be a stranger and you don't know who that is. And be respectful because you are sharing the space. It's not only your space. Yes, half of the room is technically yours, but if your room's a mess, if you have like a 2-week-old pizza in your room that's getting mold, that is something that you should be mindful for because you have a roommate. When it comes to dealing with complaints or just people on your floor that wants to be annoying about what you got going on in your room, just be communicative with your RA. Make sure she's hearing, or make sure they're hearing your side of the story. I would say also don't be like that one person on the floor that is complaining about every single little thing, especially if it's loud. If it's loud during quiet hours, just tough it out, complain to your friend or whatever. But do not just try to be complaining about every single quiet hours, because you are in college, you are having fun. It is a once in a lifetime experience. Every year, it also is communal. Every year changes. You're not going to get your freshman year back again. You know, like I've had a lot of things I could have complained about with my floor, but I did not, because I did not want them to have any less fun because I wanted to be like a grandma. You get what I'm saying? I do wish they did not complain as much as they did when it comes to certain things with me, but at least I already knew my side of the story. School, like our Pitt has a lot of financial aid easily accessible on hand in the terms of being able to apply to scholarships. I'm not saying that Pitt gives a lot of money out because they don't. They have a whole scholarship website that you should be utilizing. There is a network at Pitt, a very big like connective network. You could find make connections easily, especially if you go to events. That would be useful. And you know, you could get internships in the summer while you're there, or even leave Pitt with a job just because of that. And that's why it is important to not just be a dorm potato or sticking your friends, or like it is important to also go to these career events, especially to join clubs and that is career related. And use your college discounts. A lot of sites and brands and stuff would give you a college discount that you could utilize.
Amazon.
Amazon, yes.
Spotify.
Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, clothing, brands. It's a lot. I don't even know half of it. Oh, also if your school like has a free cable, like our school gets Xfinity for free, where we could get HBO for free, and we have access to cable for free.
Not really for free because you still pay for it, and
that's why it's for free. Like when it comes to like school discounts, it is in your tuition. But other discounts that is through other things, like there was a website there, it's like I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's like a college something website where you could get a discount for purchases. I can't remember exactly what it is. And I feel like people don't understand, especially if you did not have a job before you left for school, you won't have a job in school, how important and valuable to have money it is, how things are expensive. I believe you should save before you leave for school. I actually did save. I wish I saved more, but
you could always save more.
You could always save more. It is fundamental to have money on you in cash and in your bank account, especially because you never know what could happen where you need cash money. But I'm sorry, your parents could literally tell you no, that they're not sending you money, and what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. Especially if you get fined at school, you think your parent want to sit there and pay like your $50 fine, or pay how much was it to get a new ID from Pitt?
Oh, I think it was $20.
And I think the price went up. If you lose your ID, you think your parents want to pay you $20 to get your ID? No,
it was $30.
It was if you get after you get locked out for Pitt, you can get locked out 3 times. After the 3rd time, like you pay like what, and they raise it.
They also $30.
Like $30 to get back in. You think your parent want to be paying that $30? No. And literally to get those things like his ID, you have to pay it right then and there. It's not going to be applied to your tuition. Like if you want to go and hang out with your friends, you think your parents want to pay for you to go hang out and do early and go darty? No. It's not going to want to. I'm being serious. Save before you leave. Money is fundamental, especially if you're working over the summer. You work during school. You do not need to always be going outside at home every day, because you're going to learn the value of there's food at home. There is food in your meal plan. You should save before you leave.
But at the end of the day, it's a new chapter of your life, so try to enjoy it the most you can. There is going to be a different ambience and different environment, whole new people. But at the end of the day, you know, try to make the most of it. It's going to come by. It's going to come and go really fast. So
our first year went by really fast. Like when you think about it, we're already pretty much halfway done with school, because this year's more likely going to go by pretty fast. It's not a big problem, in my opinion. And yeah, it's a new chapter for independency, especially we're pretty much independent people. We love our family, but we did not mind being on campus. I know a lot of people was really excited to go home and stuff, and a lot of people did not really like going back home. But I just say enjoy it, learn, works for you getting older. After you leave school, hopefully you could get a job, or like a career. You know, like have a pension, your money is going to have health insurance, stuff like that, because that's really, like, for many people, that's your next chapter in life after college, is what we want our next chapter to be. And yeah, just enjoy it.
Make the most of it.
Make the most of it while you have it, and do not fail classes, because it does cost money when you fail classes, because
definitely does.
It definitely does, because you do need enough credits for your major to graduate with your major, or to graduate in entirety. Also, something I did not add, and it was sitting really heavy on my heart to add it: find your habits, find your religion, and stick with it. Especially because my boyfriend and I, we are both well, he's Catholic, I'm Christian, but we both go to church, and we try to get up early and get up and go to church on Sunday, which is really hard because you have to wake up a little bit earlier sometimes if you're not used to waking up for your classes at that time, or you're really tired anyway because you just were waking up your classes from Monday to Friday or whatever. But just find things that can make you at peace, whether that is God, Jesus, whether that is drawing, whether that is doing yarn, whether that is going to the gym, because those habits is what would help you with the transition to college, what will help you when you're having a hard time in college. Mental health is so important and so fundamental. And that's why it was sitting heavy on my heart to include this. Also, most important, because I feel like getting back right with my religion is what allowed me to be prosperous as much as I am now and be at peace spiritually and be connected. And that's why it is so important for every person, no matter who you are, to either be connected with your religion, and to find your habits and stick with your habits. That is it from your friendly Pitt upperclassmen, and we hope that you enjoy the next chapter of your journey, whether you are using this as a sophomore, junior, or senior, or you're using it as a freshman, especially because it's your first time going to college and you have no idea what to expect and you're just going with the flow, which is valid. Like, we're still learning. If it makes you feel better, we did not start packing one thing yet, and we should leave in like 3 weeks, and we had to ship our boxes in like a week and a half. So it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you go to my channel and watch other videos that I have. Oh, video too, to hear this long outro. Party hardy. Do not get caught being. Do not get caught being a bad student. You could get no, like, for real though. You could get a citizen student. You could get away with a lot. Just don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't be the student that literally you're in your dorm and the ambulance is coming to pick you up.
Don't take advantage of it.
Yeah. But maybe that's it. Bye. Wait. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Got an attitude, what you better say, so I ain't mad at you. For sure. I'm a fuck, I say, but on my baby poppin' that Adderall. For sure.